Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's gas day today. We're going to be looking at, well, I was going to say 5 genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzles by the gas giants Clover, Bill Murphy and Philip Newman. I think we're back on the regularly scheduled constructors on the Discord server where these puzzles come from. They're on the daily Sudoku channel if you decide to find them there about a month before I do them on the channel. But I catch up with a bunch at a go because these are genuinely approachable. That's what GAS stands for, genuinely approachable Sudoku. And I enjoy testing myself against the clock and against the hat times. There are 2 notional party hats for a very fast time, one for a fairly fast time, and a dinosaur named by the constructor for a slower time. But do just take them at your own pace. I'm trying to carry on a resolution to go steadily rather than go absolutely hell for leather at these things. So we'll see if I manage to do that. It's very unlikely, but I do want to cut out some of the errors that have crept in lately, which may be down to age or maybe just down to slackness. So I'm going to have a look at these in a moment. I'm going to read the Discord blurbs, which will include the rules, and then have a go at the puzzles. Don't forget that on Patreon we've got our brilliant Skunkworks pack of trick-or-treat puzzles celebrating Halloween. That is the month's Patreon reward, and loads of people are sending in correct answers, both to the first 9 puzzles to get in the draw and to the whole pack. Very well done if you're amongst their number. And very well done if you're amongst the number who've purchased the Line Sudoku app in our CTC stable of apps. We're very proud of it. Loads of brilliant line puzzles, probably like the first one we're going to do today. But do check it out because there's a wide variety of difficulty levels and some really, really interesting puzzles. I do have to say that. And of course you can get Sven Sudoku Pad and our merchandise all on the links below the video, but the first few links are to these gas puzzles, as well as having them with a tiny URL link as provided by the gas giants. There is also an F puzzles link if you can't use tiny URL for some reason. It still happens occasionally, but I am going to be solving them in our software on those tiny URL links. And we start from September the 5th with Clover's puzzle Renban Whispers. Clover says, I said something completely boneheaded to my partner the other day, and they were kind enough to test this puzzle for me anyways. I'd like to thank them by giving them 2 hats, thus generous times today. Enjoy. Oh, by the way, it's also the last of my August puzzles. We'll return to your regularly scheduled pro-gasming imminently. I think this was due to a set of constraints that were imposed on the setters, but then that got interrupted by the Gap people. Don't worry, look at the last videos if you care. This puzzle is a German Whispers and Renban puzzle, so normal Sudoku rules apply. As in all of today's puzzles, I imagine we'll have 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And in this puzzle, some green and purple lines. Each purple line contains a set of consecutive digits in any order, such as 354. Along each slightly thinner green line, adjacent digits must differ by 5 or more. So those 2 could be a 1-9 pair or a 1-6 pair, but not a 3-7 pair. The dinosaur for this puzzle is a Whirlpion's Wendiceratops. And then the next puzzle we'll look at is Football Sudoku by Bill Murphy. Which of the codes of football that Bill will be aware of, I wonder, will be involved? Good luck explaining this one, Mark, says Bill. Calm the Tillies. 4th place is still better than the Socceroos. You can look those up. Today's gas is my latest entry into gassing things that probably shouldn't be gassed, Football Sudoku. Today you get the rule set, how I internalized it while setting it, an example puzzle, you'll have to go to the Discord server for that, which isn't gas, but seeing the answer will probably help you figure out how this works, and then the actual gas. Let's get into it. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in grey cells form 2 sequences of digits from 1 to 7, moving any number of cells either across a row, column, or diagonal. One sequence must have an 8 between each player, and the other sequence must have a 9. It's up to the solver to determine which is which. Picture it, says Bill, as though it's a snake puzzle with two different snakes, each running in a straight direction from the next number of 1 to 7, with a ball of either 8 or 9 along that path. Take however long you need to try and internalize the rule set. And he has included an example image of the puzzle from the 2018 WSC instruction booklet with the answer and the parts highlighted. So that is available. I can't really include that here because I don't have the space in the characters below the grid, below in the description field. So you may need to look it up. But I will try and understand it myself now and then explain to you what's going on. Because I haven't understood it from those rules, I'll have to admit. So, digits in grey cells form two sequences of digits from 1 to 7, moving any number of cells either across a row, column, or diagonal. Oh, I see. One sequence must have an 8 between each player. Is that what it says? And the other sequence must have a 9. What does it mean? Okay, I'm looking at the example puzzle, which is a totally different grid. I see. And you go 1 something 3. And then 4, and then, yeah, okay, so if the first sequence is dribbling the 8 ball, it might start here and go 1, 8, 3, 4, 8, 5, and then you get to the 6. How do you get to a 7 from that 6 ever? Moving any number of cells. Let me just check the example puzzle because I haven't fully understood that. Oh, I see. You just have to, as you go, I mean, that might have been the correct path so far. But then as you go to a 7, right. So from that 1 to that, oh no, that couldn't have been the correct path so far because there must be an 8 on the path between the 1 and the 3 if that was correct. So that would have to be 8. Then there must be an 8 between the 3 and the 4. So let's say we went that way. There would have to be an 8 there. 4 to the 5, there would have to be an 8 there. 5 to the 6, there would have to be an 8 in between. So there's always an 8 in the path that you make from 1 to 7. That's weird. Let me just check that all of these paths are straight lines. They are. Look, don't blame me for how the rules are expressed. This is how they're expressed in the puzzle. So you move any number of cells either across a row, down a column, or along a diagonal, basically, to get from the 1 to the 2. And then one of these sets of players is dribbling an 8 ball, and the other is dribbling a 9 ball, and that ball must appear between them. Okay, well, I get it, Bill, but don't blame the solvers if they don't, please. Right. I don't know. I mean, it would be very interesting to hear in the comments what the reaction to that puzzle would be, because that's as complicated an idea as I've ever seen. And I apologize if that was in the 2018 Sudoku booklet. I either missed it or didn't go to that one or something. Weird. Okay. Now, the next puzzle is Whisper Sweet 129s by Philip. And he says, we've finally finished Redacted August. Now it's time for 1 to 9 September. But this puzzle's from September the 7th. Oh well. I've done quite a few puzzles over the years with this pattern of given digits. There's even a whole mostly not gas pack from 2 years ago, and the link's included in the Discord listing. This month, I've so far set 10 of these, of which 3 are gas, so there may be another non-gas pack or 2 coming out of this. Today's gas is a German Whispers Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and digits in cells directly connected by a green line must differ by at least 5. We've seen that already today. So simple enough to understand, at least this time. The dinosaur is a tasteful Tianshanosaurus. Tasteful in the aesthetic sense. Don't try to eat your sauropods, says Philip. So then after that, we go back to Clover with Mathrad. Math not radical enough, says Clover. Do you wish your Math Rack Sudoku had frosted hips, JNCOs, a Dragon Ball Z button down, and was doing a sweet kick flip? Wait to Math Rad. It's like Math Racks, but you also have to add. Also, it's rad. Well done if you followed that. I didn't, and I was reading it out. Normal Sudoku rules apply. If a value appears in a white circle at the corner of 4 cells, then the 2 pairs of diagonally opposite digits around that clue each sum to that value. For example, in this puzzle, row 2, column 4 and plus row 3, column 5 equal 9, but also those cells equal 9, row 2, column 5 plus row 3, column 4. If a white circle contains a question mark, then the 2 pairs of diagonally opposite digits have the same sum, but that sum must be determined by the solver. And I will add that it may not be a single digit there, because I believe that to be the case. And the dinosaur is a Debom Bruhathcaeosaurus. And finally, we're back to Bill, which is scary now. But Bill says, been a bit under the weather, so today you're not just getting a classic Sudoku, you're getting 2 classic Sudokus. That's right, I'm trying twice as hard to do half as much. I'm sure the math checks out. Normal Sudoku rules apply. The hat times are for the total time for both puzzles. That's one of the puzzles, that's the other one. One's called Belinda Says, the other's called Almost Was Good Enough, and the dinosaur is a Baldurievenator's Gate 3, Seek, it says here. I don't know what the heck that means, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to worry about Bill's first puzzle when we get there. I am going to worry about all of the puzzles now, and I'm going to start them and say the immortal phrase, let's get cracking. So 9 on a Renban has to go with 7 and 8. That 8 is, I was thinking that's a Renban and it's impossible. So good thing I thought that through. Now this can't be, what's going on that Renban? Oh, 3 has to be surrounded by 8 and 9 on the Whisper. That's good. That's now a 7. This digit, I think the only thing it can now be is a 4, which fixes that Renban fully. These are low from 1, 2, or 3. But Sudoku says we need a 3 in row 4. This digit can only be a 6 now. 8, 3, 4, 5 is there. Can finish box 1 by Sudoku. This one is high. It's not 8 or 6. It's 7 or 9. These ones can't be 4 or 3. We're talking 7 and 6 on that Renban. Then 2, 8, 9 to finish off. 8, 1. Oh look, this sees all the high digits, so it has to be low. And that means this will be low and is 2. This is 7 or 9 again, forming a pair with that. The others in the row are 3, 4, and 5. That is in fact a 7 because it sees 8 and 9. So this has to be a 2. That's useful. Right. That's not a 5 and never was. This is now a 3, 4 pair going on. Okay. This is good progress now. 1, that's not a Renban, it's a Whisper. 9, 3, 6, 3, 5, 8. It's quite hard to flick between them. That's a naked 1, so that's a 2. This is 4 and 7. But this is a 3, 8, 9 triple. That can't be 9. This can't be 4 anymore. So 7. No, no, no. I'm treating this like a Whisper now. My problem has been treating Whispers like Renbans, and now I'm treating a Renban like a Whisper. Right, that's either... okay, what are these? 4, 5, and 7. So we need a sequence here. I don't think there's enough to have 8 there. There's no 9 or 6 available anywhere. Okay, so that's a 3, and that's 4, and this is 5. That must be right. Ugh, as long as I haven't made a mistake somewhere by misreading the colour of a line, which would disgrace me. Now, there is a 4 on this 3 Renban. Don't know where it goes. I don't know that there's a 4 on that one, though. Right, Whisper. Whisper, please Whisper. No, 6, 7, or 8 there. This whisper needs 2 or 1 on its sides. That's the straightforward way to go. This now doesn't have... Oh, it might have a 2 on its whisper. Doesn't have a 5, so it must have a 2. And that 2 is there. This is 4 or 1 by Renban rules. I think I just called it a whisper, but didn't actually think of it as a whisper while I was doing that. That is a weird 8 X-wing. So 8 in column 7 is in one of these 2 places. Oh, I'd love to say it couldn't be there, but I can't say that. Oh, this is not simple. That can't be a 7 now. Couldn't have been from the start. These need a 4 on, don't they? I said that earlier. This Renban needs a 4 on because it doesn't have a 1. So that's not a 5. So that's not a 4. That's a 5. Now, 2, 4 or 4, 6 there. Don't know. 5 or 6 there. 5, 2, 7, 3. 8 has to be in one of these. This is so weird. That's 4 or 6. 7, 5, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. That's also 4 or 6. So that was by Renban. This is just by Sudoku. But that's a really useful pair. Really helpful pair. Thank you, pair. Now, that is not 8 anymore. 9, 5, 2, 8, 1. 2, so these, that is 4 or 8. These are from 3, 4, 5, 8. I'm not finding this straightforward at all. This could be... This can't be a 6. Right. Oh, I thought that was going to sort this out finally, and it doesn't. This is 2 or no, it's got to be 2 now. Has it? Yes, it has got to be 2. Right. Sorry this is taking me so long. I'm not finding it straightforward at all. That can't be 4 because this can't be 9, so it's high. That's also high. This is 1 or 3 low. This one, oh, we can't have an 8 there because I've said something about 8 in this box already. So 8's now there. This is 5 or 3, it's 5. That's gonna finish the whole puzzle actually. I feel that's gonna finish everything. 3, 5, this is a 1, 6 pair. I can't do those yet, but this is a known digit. Can do these 2. That's going to help with lots of the ones above. Not that one. There we go. That's an 8. These are a 3, 5 pair. That's a 7. That's a 4. This is a 6, 9 pair. 4 and 7 here. 8 and 9 there. 3 and 5 here. Don't keep hitting the wrong keys. It does not help finish. 2, 6 pair there. I have a feeling I could be missing the hats today, or at least one of them. But I am finishing now. 6 minutes 35. Oh, Clover said she was being generous with the times because of her partner, who we may have to thank. If that is true. And the 2 hat time there was 9 minutes. Okay, so I'm well inside it. Thank you, Clover. Thank you, Clover's partner, for being a big person and big in the sense of magnanimous. Right, now the dreaded football Sudoku, where one path of grey digits from 1 to 7 is dribbling an 8 between them every time, and the other is dribbling a 9 between them. This is going to be utter weirdness, in my opinion. Let me get rid of the pen tool, which is on for some reason when I loaded that. That may be a very deliberate reason, actually. Anyway, I'm going to just do this the way I'm going to do it. Let's go. Let's get cracking. So, I might do some Sudoku. Isn't that crazy? In a football puzzle. 2, 3... I don't know, it might help a bit. But surely this one, if I'm right about the rules and it has to dribble an 8 or a 9, it has to be dribbling an 8 there. This is a path. I'm going to colour it. Then that 2 can't go to that one because it can't get an 8 in between. So This is the 8 path. I mean, this is all right. This is, if I'm right about the rules, this is straightforward actually. Then we're going to there with the purple. Then we've got to go down to here in the purple. We need another 8 in there. This is actually what I was spelling out as the potential path at the beginning, and it turns out it's right. I was even saying with an 8. Now, from that 6 has to go to this 7, doesn't it? And that's the finish of the path. So those are purple, and that's an 8. I reckon that's right. And that means 3, 8 there. And now we've got to place those 8s. Now we can go the other way around. So 1 to 2, they're already dribbling a 9 on their green path. 2 to 3 are going to need a 9, and we know that's here now, because it can't be in box 1, and that fixes 8. 3 to 4 coming down here, they're going to need a 9. We can see where that is. I mean, definitely, by far the hardest thing on this puzzle is understanding the rules. But I managed to do it. You can do it too. 5 to 6 requires a 9 there. Oh, better colour them. And 6 to 7. All of those are green. That is the path. And the 9 there must be there. So we can even place that 8. And I think that's done all the requirements of the football dribbling in the rules. That's so strange. Okay, good. Now we're on classic. We got 2 classics from Bill later in the video as well. Oh, getting the right 5, 4, 8, 7, 5, 6. That's a 9. That's a 1 and a 2, 3 pair. 3, 2, 9, 1, 8. Right. 1, 3, 8, 2, 7, 2, 9, 8, 3, 7, 8, 1, 7, 9, 6. Come on. That's a 5. That's 2 or 3, so that's 4. 9, 6, 1, 5. We need a 7 there. That can't be 8, so 8's gone in the corner. That can't be 2 now, so that, oh, this was from the Sudoku I did at the beginning. I mean, it's sort of paid off. It wasn't immense, but it's got its uses. Oh, that 7 has sorted out 6 and 7. No, I can't do the 1, 2, 6 triple still. 5 and 9 up there. 1 and 6 to place in the top row. 5 and 6, they're done. 1, 4, 7 here. Not so clear cut. That is a 5, and that's a 2, yes. 1. Right, let's keep looking at this box. 4, 9 are a pair below. 8, 3 are a pair there. It still hasn't sorted out the 2, 6 pair on the right. 4 and 6 there. 5 and 7 here. 7, 4. 2, 9, 8, 3, 7. That's a 5. That's a 1. That's just a naked old single there. 7, 9, 4. That's 2 or 3, so that's 6. This is also 2 or 3. Lots of 2, 3 pairs to disambiguate to finish up. I can do that 2, 6 now. That gives me a 1 here. Yeah, that's good. So these top 3 rows, they are finished now. This is another 2, 3 pair. I hope I'm not in a deadly pattern mode. No, it's not a 2, 3 pair. It's a 2, 7 pair, so I'm definitely not in a deadly pattern mode. Just being a numpty, but we are getting through and we are done. There, 4 minutes 25, and I bet Bill will have been generous with the time because of the complicated rule set. 7.5 minutes. I mean, it was fine in the end, but understanding those rules I found a little bit difficult, and I'm sure there will be some complaints about expressing them. But if you try expressing them your way, and I bet you will find that other people won't understand that way. Anyway, I enjoyed it, so thank you, Bill. I do appreciate it, but thank you for the good luck in explaining it. I think I probably didn't do very well, but I had to understand it as well. Anyway, let's have a go at this Whisper Suite 129's German Whispers by Philip. Let's get cracking. Okay, there's a 4. That needs to have 9 as its neighbours, and a 6, which needs to have 1. The 7 needs to have a 2. There's a 3 there by symmetry. That needs an 8. Now, we know high and low alternation. That's low, low. This is low, 2 or 3. That's high, 7 or 8. Yeah, this is low 2 or 3. That's high 7 or 8. This is high 7 or 9. This can't be 6, so 8 or 9. It's all got a bit harder suddenly, hasn't it? Oh, that's a 9 by Sudoku, and that's a 1. What about that title? 1, 2, 9s. I don't know how to use that. That is high. This is high as well. 6 or 8. Can't be 6. Must be 8. It's not high. This is the high digit. 6 or 8 can't be 6 because of this digit. Must be 8. This one is low. Must be 3. That fixes 2 there. That fixes 3, which needs 8 as its partner. That's a 7. This is 2 or 1. That's 1 or 3. This is high, but it's only, well, it can't be 6 because they can't both be 1, so it's 7. That puts a 1 there and a 2 there. Now, this high digit is 9. This low digit sees 1, 2, 3. This one is a low digit that is not 1, 2, or 4. I can do that. 3, 9, 8. Now, we're looking for high, and oh right, it's got to be a 6. This is high 2 or 4, but it can't be 4 because that's got to be at least 7. Okay, so that's all the green lines done. Excellent. I mean, that is helpful. Let's do this row next. 7, then 8, then 5. There's a lot of symmetry still going on. 6, 9 pair over there. Nice. We've got 2 and a 4, 5 pair in the column. In this column we've got 8 at the top and a 5, 6 pair below. 7 and 4 below that. 3 and 6 at the top. What else? Why is it not solving at this point? There's certainly some work to do. There's a 9 up. Okay, I'm just going to go into pencil marking mode because I don't see how else to get traction. I mean, I've used all of the clues from the whispers. There's a 1 somewhere down there. 7, 2, 8, 9, 8. 8 is there by Sudoku. Right, that fixes 1. That fixes another 1. The 8's, that's the last 8 in the grid. I think that might even be the last 1 in the grid, weirdly. This is now a 6, 3 pair, which I can fill in. That's a 4, 5 pair, which I can't. This is a 4, 5 pair, which I can't. This is now a 2, 9 pair, which I can. 2, 9, 1, 4, 8, 5. So 7, 3, 6. That must be 6, and these are a 7, 3 pair. That is 4 or 5. This is a 5, 6 pair. How is this not coming? That gives me that as a 4. Right. Now, that might feed across. Yes, it does. 5, 6, 3, 6. Look at that. And suddenly the top 2 rows are done from a moment where I thought it was almost impossible to finish them. 4, 7, 3, 2, 5, 6 here. They can go in. 5, 6, 5, 4, 7, 4. 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Could have beaten 4 minutes there. Didn't quite. But the 2-hat time is 7.5 minutes, so that's good news. Now, the Mathrad by Clover. Okay, well, I quite like these in the end when they turn up in the championships. So let's have a go here. These are all adds. Oh, they're all 9s. Right, that's an 8. That's given. That must be a 1. That 2 is given, so we get 7 and 2. That 3 is given. Got to use the givens here. Thank you, Clover, for giving us the givens. Right, I can just fill in the rest of this central box with the correct numbers now. And they're all on 9s as well. Oh, that is very helpful. So we get a 1 there, a 2 there, and a 4 there. Grand degree of symmetry going on here. Now, that pair adds to 9 and is not 6, 3, 4, 5, or 8, 1. It is 7, 2. This question mark is a 10. This question mark is now an 11. That is 4, 8, or 9. And this by Sudoku is 1, 2, or 3. Oh, bother. There are 2 ways of doing the 11 there. Right, we need 9 here. That's not 5, 4 or 3, 6. It's also not 7, 2 because of row 6, which I can now finish off. 1, 5, 9, 7, 2. That's a 4, 3 pair, and this is a 6, 8 pair. And the 9 clue tells me how that works. That's a 10, so we get a 9 there. This is 7 and 2, and that box is finished. That 8 has sorted out this. I've nearly got all of the... No, I haven't actually. I thought I'd nearly got all of the question marks done. But not only that, I haven't even done all of the 9s. That is 5 or 9. I suppose something I never actually actively thought about is that none of 9 can never be on one of these 9 circles, which might have been helpful. Didn't really notice it. That is a naked 1. So in the column that's 4 or 8. Now come on. 5, 7 and 9 to place here. That can't be 9. This is 4 or 2. It must be 4. Yeah, that is going to do the box. Now that's 6, so we get a 4 there. This is 13, so that must be 8. That's a 5. That does do... Oh no, look, one more question mark. There's a 7 to finish it off. And now I think I'm coasting for home. 7, 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 6, and a 2, 3 pair. Will we get our first 3 in a corner finally at this late stage? Maybe, maybe not. 6 and a 4, 8 pair. Then this column needs a 4. That fixes the 8, 4 pair. I'm looking along the top now. 2 and 6 to place. That's 8, 3, 5. We won't get 3 in the corner this time. Actually, we've still got 2. Oh, I didn't get a tick. Oh no. Oh no, what have I messed up here? I've mistyped a 6 as a 3. There we go. Okay, that's all right. 3 minutes 16. I do like those puzzles. I do find them very, very punchy. You can get straight on with them is what I find. Puzzle doesn't include solution. Very unusual for Clover. Okay, but there we go. 3 minutes 16. I'm almost not going to bother checking that gets the 2 hat time. 7¼ minutes. So I was 4 minutes under nearly. Right. On to the classics. Don't need the tools. Okay. And we're doing these together, so I'm going to add the 2 times. Okay, right. So let's get cracking. 2, 4, 9, 8. That's a 1. 1, 8, 2, 9. That's a 3. There's the symmetry, of course. 4, 3, 7, 9. Okay, one of those is a 6. One of those is a 7. One of those is a 9. One of those is an 8. Oh, that's a 4. The symmetry was 4-fold, not 2-fold. That's a 2. That's a 6. Now, there's going to be some symmetry there. It's going to be something that gets put in because I could do that. 5 in that row. That's what it is. 3, 6, 7. Okay. I bet that is known in some way. 5, 1, 2, 7, 3, 8. That has to be a 4. Yes. 6, 8, 9. And here we have 1, 8, 5. Oh, there's another equivalent cell. What is this? Definitely. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6. It's a 2. So that puts 9 in the corner. 5, 7, 9 there with no 9 gap. We've got a 1, 3, 6 triple, 1, 3, 5 triple over the other side, which is looking at a 1, 5 pair. So up here, that's now known as a 3, 9. That is a 6, 7 pair. That's 4, 2, 8 pair at the top. 8, 4, 1, 9, 5, 3. That is a naked 6, which ought to help. 2 there, 7 and 3. That's become a 1. 8 and 5 down here. Don't know the order yet, but that'll come soon enough. 1 there, 3 and 6. That can't be 7. This one, 5 pairs done. That now can't be 5. Right, what about this? No, let's do this first. 5, 1, 8, 5, 8, 4. That's a 2, is what about that? Then we can put in 4, 7. There's a 4 there in the central box. What else have we got? We've got a 2 looking at the top. That 8 comes back here. 6, 2, 4, 9, 8. That is 5 or 7. That's 3 or 7. That's forming a pair in the column. And everything is going to get fixed, I think, by that pair. This has become a 7, 9, 5. That's become 6, 8, 9. We've got 1, 8. That's a 6. 2, 3, 7 here. So 7, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7. That's the first puzzle. 3 minutes and 3 seconds. We go on to almost was good enough and try that. Okay, so that's a 9. I can see that. 4, 3, 9, 1. There's a 2 in one of those. 6, 8, 4, 2. God, the drilling, man. It's just not stopped this afternoon. I'm so sorry. 9. That's a 1, 5 pair. 3, 7. There's an 8 in one of those. Oops. 8, 7, 5, 1, 4, 6. That's a 2, 9, 3 triple. Okay, I know which one is the 9. Wrong mode. I know which one is the 9. This is a 1, 4, 6. Oh, look, I've got a 1, 5 pair in the central box, sorting that out. 2, 8. This, yeah, I can do those. 7 and 3. 6, 7 there, and this is a 5. Right, good. Now, this is a triple. 9 and a 1, 8 pair. Then we can get 7, 4, 2 done. 6, 8. Oh yeah, I can do the 5 and 1 in the middle. 5, 4, 9 triple, in which I know the 9. There's a lot of symmetry in this puzzle as well, as always for Bill. That's a 2. 2, 8, 9, 3, 4. No idea there. 8. Yeah, that's got to be 8 in row 7. 4, 4. That's 4 in row 3. Just scanning around, trying to get this done and not finding it easy now. 8. There's an 8 up there, which means the 8 in row 3 has to be there. That's a 5, 6 pair, and I know the order. 5, 6, 4, 9, 8. There's a 2 there now. That's 1 or 7. That's 3 or... Oh, that 2 has sorted out the 3, 2 pair. That's a 1, so that's 7. That's 3, if my pencil marking was right. If it's not, I know where to go back to, because I might have made a slip of the keyboard in entering that. We do get a 3 in the corner, right at the death. That really is about as late as it could possibly turn up. I've only got a couple of corners to do. I mean, I could get another one, I suppose. 4, 7, 7, 4, 6. No, I can't get another one now. 6, 7. I definitely entered something wrong there. Let's just go back those last 3 cells. I've got 4 and 7. Oh, I just mistyped. Okay, that's fine. 3 and 6. 4 and 5, and this corner is a 1. That looks like it finishes everything, and there we go. So 3 minutes and 3 seconds plus 2:42 is 5:45 in total, and 2 hats needed 11 minutes, so well under. And 2 hat times on all the puzzles today. They were good fun. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they were. I really enjoyed them. Even the football Sudoku, although if I struggled to get the rules clear in your head for that one, well, you were in a big old club with me there. Excellent. Thank you guys for doing those. That was fun. And we'll be back with more GAS in about 5 days' time, and with more Sudoku tomorrow. And have a great day. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope to see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.